What's going on, guys? GSMessy here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Friday the 7th of June. We've got confirmed to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time. It's a new transfer episode. And in the comments section below, with E3 just around the corner now this weekend, what is your preferred console, Xbox or PlayStation? Right then, let's jump on to the confirmed deals. And first up, we have got Joao Felix going to Aston Villa from their rivals Birmingham City, and the fee is undisclosed, and signed a 2-year contract. And a player going the opposite direction is Gary Gardner, who, if you played FIFA 12, I believe it was, he was an insane bronze card. But he's gone to Birmingham from Aston Villa, and I believe that's also an undisclosed fee after a loan spell. A Dutch right back called Verhaeg, I push if I say his name wrong, has gone to FC Twente from Wolfsburg on a free deal. And this next one isn't transfer news whatsoever, but it's more of a bit of information about real life football, and that is about Neymar. But he has been ruled out of Brazil's 2019 Copa America campaign now after rupturing ankle ligaments in a friendly against Qatar on Wednesday. He seems to be picking up a fair amount of injuries as of late, and they're not like ones that keep him out for a couple of weeks, they're ones that keep him out for a fair few months. And I've seen a stat on Twitter that since arriving at PSG 671 days ago, Neymar has spent 225 of those out injured. And next up, according to Calcio and Mercato, they're saying Gianluigi Buffon is likely to retire after his PSG departure was confirmed on Wednesday. The 41-year-old has got offers from China and the MLS, but has thus far rejected them as he believes to prefer a move back to Italy. Buffon would likely be looking to join a club in a non-playing capacity, but return to Parma, his first ever club, as a player can't be ruled out. And obviously with Buffon leaving PSG, there's a lot of rumours surrounding their next future, who they could buy, and I'll cover that later on in the episode. And next up, according to multiple different sources, Manchester United are going to sign Swansea City's Daniel James in an £18 million deal. It's £15 million plus £3 million in additional fees, and there was apparently a lot of other clubs interested, but he only wanted to join Manchester United. He's been given permission now to have his medical and leave the Welsh training camp today, and it could well be announced by the time this video goes live. Former Bayern Munich fullback Rafinha is set to be unveiled by Flamengo in Brazil in the next few days. That's according to various different outlets from Brazil, and that'll be a free transfer. West Ham have made a £10 million bid for Lorient and France under-20 forward Alexis Claude Maurice, according to Sky Sports News. And reports from France are suggesting that Arsenal are expected to lodge a second improved bid for Lorient attacker worth €13 million. They had their first bid rejected of €10 million, and that's because of the interest basically from West Ham, and this article mentions Eintracht Frankfurt. Juventus have sealed the signing of Demiral from Sassuolo. He'll join for €15 million and will sign a 5-year contract. That story is from Goal.com, and it makes sense why Juventus are looking to bring some defenders in because the likes of Barzagli, for example, has retired. And next up, according to the Express and the Star, the SM Wolves are hoping to land the signature of Liverpool youngster Rafa Camacho. The Reds would be willing to part with him for a fee of around £10 million, as he has got 1 year left in his current contract. And it is believed that if Liverpool can't get their proper valuation this summer, they'll either wait till January or potentially let him go on a free next year. And next up, according to the Daily Mail, they're saying Antonio Conte has put Gareth Bale top of his transfer wish list as the new Inter Milan manager. He's looking to rebuild and work on his side, and there's a lot of players interested. It seems they're quite close to signing Barella from Cagliari, they're interested in Lukaku, and Icardi's future is up in the air. And you would expect if Real Madrid do bring in the likes of Hazard, they've already brought in Jovic, Militao, Rodrigo, and I'm probably completely forgetting some players here, but they still want to bring in Mbappe, Pogba, Eriksen. There's so many players, they'd probably have to sell the likes of Bale, Isco maybe, and for Bale, his transfer fee would be crazy high, but the other thing, his wages are mental. But then again, Inter might be able to work out some kind of deal where they get Gareth Bale on loan potentially with an option to buy, and Madrid still pay part of his wages. Atletico Madrid are eyeing a move for Manchester United's Alexis Sanchez as a replacement for the outgoing Antoine Griezmann. That's according to the Daily Mail. Now, for Griezmann's future, he was obviously linked to a massive move to Barcelona, and the last couple of weeks have gone very, very quiet on that front because apparently the players, they don't want Griezmann to sign. It could also be a way of delaying the move because his contract right now, I believe the release clause changes in like a couple of weeks' time. So for Barca, financially, it makes more sense to wait. Arsenal are among a host of clubs interested in the signature of Russian wonder kid Fedor Chalov, and that's according to Sky Sports. The 21-year-old scored against the Gunners in their second leg of the Europa League quarter-final meeting last season and scored in their 3-0 win over Real Madrid this campaign. Monaco and Sevilla are some of the other parties considering a move for the young striker, who has 3 years left in his current contract and has netted 17 times in all competitions this term. Arsenal will be looking to add players to the team, and it looks like they will be selling a fair few players to like kind of fund their transfer budget because right now it's looking pretty low, so maybe we could see Chalov join. We'll have to wait and see. And next up, according to Corriere dello Sport, they said Napoli have rejected a €60 million bid from PSG for midfielder Allen. The Italian club are holding out for much, much more, and the apparent asking fee they're asking for right now is €80 million. And next up, Goalkeeper are saying that Tottenham and Bayer Leverkusen have both made an inquiry for PSG midfielder Julian Draxler. However, the player wants to remain in Paris. His move to PSG hasn't really worked out too well, but the player himself still has got the ability and potential there, and the likes of Tottenham potentially could be trying to replace Eriksen with Julian Draxler. And next up, according to Fabrizio Romano, he is saying Eden Hazard is set to join Real Madrid after the Spanish club agreed a fee in the region of £88.5 million plus additional fees. El Chiringuito said on Wednesday that they're expecting the announcement either on Wednesday night or on Thursday. And again, as of right now at 1 PM on Thursday, as I'm recording this video, nothing has been announced just yet. But if that does change, I'll clearly put it in the video. Yannick Carrasco has claimed that one team are particularly interested in signing him as the winger looks set to leave Chinese Super League club Dalian Yifang. That's according to Sky Sports again. Arsenal have been strongly linked to a move for the Belgian, who wants to return to Europe after leaving Atletico Madrid, and the Gunners wanted to sign him back in January, but a deal never materialised. Manchester United have outbid Manchester City for Bruno Fernandes. The club have offered €55 million up front and $25 million in bonuses. Sporting have rejected City's bid but find United's offer very tempting. That's according to Jornal das Noticias. I've probably butchered that name, so apologies, but that's a source from Portugal. And Ebola are reporting a very, very similar deal that United will announce the signing of the Portuguese midfielder, but it won't be until after the Nations League finals, and that, I believe, is on Sunday night, and he's set to cost between £62 and £72 million. Nabil Fekir has told President Jean-Michel Aulas that he'll leave the club this summer, and with only 1 year left in his current contract, he could be available for as little as £15 million. And bear in mind, last summer Liverpool agreed a fee of £53 million to sign him, and that's according to Foot Radio. Now, you would imagine because the deal broke down last summer with Liverpool, they'd still be somewhat interested, and they were clearly convinced 1 year ago. And with a cut price deal of just 15 mil, it's very hard to turn that down. Sky Italy are saying that Edin Dzeko's move to Inter from Roma is pretty much agreed at this point, though during negotiations, Roma raised the prospect of taking Mauro Icardi to Roma from Inter, although it does seem that he wants to remain in Milan for a little bit longer. Melissa Reddy, who works for ESPN now, who's a very reliable journalist in regards to Liverpool Football Club, she has said Virgil van Dijk has told Liverpool he wants to extend his commitment to the club. Formal discussions have not yet begun though, with both parties relaxed and confident about the process. I know in the past when key Liverpool players have signed new contracts such as Suarez or Felipe Coutinho, they tend to leave fairly soon after that, but now we've won the Champions League, we're fighting for the league again, I think we're in a much better position to keep hold of players and also attract new players to join. And now we've got a very interesting but also slightly confusing story from L'Equipe in France. I'll explain that in just a moment why. But they're saying Liverpool have accelerated interest in Lille's attacker Nicolas Pepe and appear to be closing in on an offer of €80 million, that's excluding bonuses. And the reason I'm saying it's a bit confusing is because they're saying that Bayern are ready to go after Sadio Mane and Liverpool may look to separate themselves from Mohamed Salah. And like I said just a second ago, the Van Dijk story, I can't see any key players leaving Liverpool for at least this summer, so Mane and Salah, I'd be very surprised if we sold them to bring in Pepe. Man United, Man City and Real Madrid have all offered €120 million for Joao Felix. Man City have offered him €4.5 million a season plus agent commission, while Man United and Real Madrid have offered him €5 million a season. That's according to reports in Portugal. And the player himself has said he'll wait until after the Nations League final on Sunday to sort out his future. Then we have two goalkeepers linked to Paris Saint-Germain, and first up, according to the Times, they're saying PSG are set to make a bid for Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea. That's after the French club announced the departure of Gianluigi Buffon. And amid the links to United goalkeeper De Gea, Le Parisien claim that PSG are also considering a move for Keylor Navas. The Ligue 1 Giants have parted with Gianluigi Buffon and could look to land a man who has been informed he'll be back up to Thibaut Courtois at Real Madrid next season. Now, out of De Gea and Navas, I would say Navas is definitely a more attainable player. Obviously, De Gea's future could be a bit questionable right now, but Navas will be a lot cheaper, and he's currently the backup goalkeeper anyway. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time is a new transfer episode. And finally, in the comment section below, Xbox or PlayStation. So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.